Hi everybody, and welcome back to Real Food, Real Savings. I'm Dorian, and I want to thank everybody that watched the previous video series, part 1, that I have going on. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took away a little bit of knowledge and maybe a really good, hot, delicious soup. And first, I want to tell you that the Super Bowl is coming, and that's a big secret. Anyway. We all know that it's coming to our area here in New Jersey, which I'm excited about, and hopefully the Denver Broncos goes over there and they'll be playing in the Super Bowl. And what I'd like to do today is make something that's fun for that kind of Super Bowl party. My friend Rose was asking for some recipes, and hopefully this will help her out, that she can have a little appetizer portion, because you can use this as a meal, or you can just take it and cut it up and use it as an appetizer. Alright, so we're making a dish called crab roll-ups. Here are our ingredients. We're going to use flour tortilla shells. We're going to use some crab meat blend that you can buy in any store. I got it on sale for $2.99 a pound. You're going to use a little extra virgin olive oil, breadcrumbs, salsa. You can use mild, or you can use medium or spicy, however you like it. And you're going to use some cheese. I use Mexican blend cheese. Okay, so here we roll. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start our pan up, okay? And we're going to put this on a medium heat. And we're going to add our extra virgin olive oil in there. As your little Rachel Ray says, EVOO. And you're going to put maybe about, I would say about 1.5 tablespoons of that in there, okay? Let the pan get warm. I also am going to incorporate rice into this, which I didn't show here because I've already pre-made that for timing's sake. Because it takes a little bit of time. It takes about 7 minutes to make the rice. I used instant rice, and it's 1 cup of rice. Okay, 1 cup of rice to 1 pound of crab meat blend, and probably about 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 4 or 5 tablespoons of salsa, and 1/2 cup of shredded Mexican blend cheese. Okay. And I got a funny story to tell you about this crab roll-up thing that I have going here. It's funny because I just went to the store with Peter, and I want to thank Peter for making these videos for me, because they're so much fun for me. I don't think they're as much fun for him as they are for me, because he has to do all of this, preliminary work and everything like that and get it going. But I'm really appreciative to Peter, so thanks, Petey, for doing this for me. And so we were at the store together, okay? I'm just spinning around the olive oil here. And we're at the store, and we're picking up groceries and spending the usual tons of money on groceries. And we came home and had nothing to eat for lunch. So I went, how could we just spend all this money on groceries and have nothing to eat for lunch? Needless to say, we're just going to dump out this crab meat over here, and we're going to chop this up. Needless to say, I had to go fishing through my closet for something to make for lunch. So what did I find in my fridge? I said, oh, I have crab. Oh my goodness, I have salsa, and I just wanted to be creative and crazy. So I said, I'm going to make these things. It's looked like sea and sand. If you want to call this the sand and this the sea, that's what it's like. But anyway, so I put this together, and it wound up being a great dish. It's one of our favorites. We love it. We use it for appetizers. We use it for everything. Okay, the olive oil is now starting to get a little warm. So what we're going to do is, while it's getting warm, we're going to add our seasoning in, okay? Adobe. I love this. Goya, you use it for everything and anything. It's fantastic. I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons at least of this. All right? Then we're going to add paprika. You're going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of that. You're going to add some fresh ground pepper, which you can never do without. And we're going to lower our heat on this, definitely. And you're going to add some fresh ground pepper, maybe about 1 teaspoon, because you want a little kick from the fresh ground pepper. And then, this is a fantastic seasoning made by McCormick. Okay? It's perfect pinch. It's Southwest, and it's salt-free, which is wonderful too. Cuts down on the sodium, and you can add as much as you like. Okay, of salt if you want. About 1.5 teaspoons of that. Okay, so we have our seasoning all in there. Now we're going to give that a quick little stir. All right, I'm going to stir up our seasoning, as you can see right here, just so you have an idea. of nice, how the beautiful rich color that is of the seasoning mixed with the extra virgin olive oil. And yes, the pan is hot. I want it hot. Okay. Then, after this is reduced a little bit in the heat, what we're going to do, this is the goofy and fun part. We're going to add another tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. There we go. You're going to let that get hot again. All right? A slow heat. All right? Because you don't want your seasoning to burn. We're going to take our crab meat blend and we're going to cut it in like bigger chunks, not too small or anything like that. You want them on the bigger side because they're going right into the flour tortilla. So we're going to cut our crab meat blend and we're going to give it like a rough chop, as they say. You know, not too big, not too small. Now, we're looking at pricing on this, okay? The pricing on this was $3 for the crab meat, okay? And I added everything, including spices, olive oil, our salsa, our cheese, and our breadcrumbs, and also the cup of rice. I took all of that in consideration, and it roughly comes out to $5.29, okay, because I got all of this on sale. I paid $2.89 for the crab, for the pound. I paid $1.50 for that whole tub of salsa, which I'm not using the whole thing. What I did was break it all down. Break it down. So we're just going to like chop this up a little bit because you want to make a nice big, thick chunks of this. You don't want it you want a nice big chunky crab roll up. Okay? Alright, so there we are. We have our crab all done. Whoops, mistake. Alright, now this is ready for our breadcrumbs. We're going to add our breadcrumbs in. Again, you can see how quick this is to make. It's made very fast. Another quick meal you can make at home for your children, your husband, your wife, your family, friends over for a party. There you go. There is your half a cup of breadcrumbs. Alrighty, roux. Now we have this going. And you can see, I'm going to show you, the olive oil, of course, has saturated itself into the breadcrumbs, making a very firm texture to this, okay? Which is kind of cool. Now it's kind of dried up perfect. Now you're going to take your salsa, and you're going to add in your salsa. Alright, now to this we're going to add in, like I said, making that delicious sound that I love to hear. And we're going to put in about half a cup of salsa. Now, again, lowering the flame. This is how fast this meal is being done. It took me this long to develop it, and it's taking this how quick to cook it as well. It was kind of like my little brainstorm I had in my little head. Alright, so we're spinning this around. Now, if you like, let's per se, you like a more of a consistency that's lighter, what you can do is you can take chicken stock, and you can just take some chicken stock and you can just add that in. Fantastic as well. Now we're going to take our crab, we're going to take the crab meat, and we're going to put all the crab meat right inside here with our breadcrumbs and our seasoning, our salsa, our olive oil, and I'm going to drop it all on the floor because that's what you do when you're a novice. Okay, so now we're going to give this a quick stir. Now you can really see, now it's really, we're getting in there and we're mixing up our seasoning with our breadcrumbs, our crab, and you can see it's really starting to take form now and take shape. But this is how quickly this dish is made. Anybody can make this at home. Like I say, cheap, easy peasy. Okay. Now, I was saying, you know, this video is not really getting much play. I'm a little upset. I was thinking, you know, wow, how come I don't have like 1,000 hits? Miley Cyrus does with all her, you know, twerking. So I thought to myself, wait a minute. What if I made a dish called cooking2? turkey tetrazzini, right? You know, I could do the twerking. I don't know, is that the twerking thing? But I said, wait a minute, stop. Who the heck wants to see somebody that's collecting AARP twerking? I don't think so, okay? Not a good idea, okay? In the words of my friend Patty's grandson, Gunnar, he said nobody wants to see that, and I would have to agree with him. So for today, I'm just going to have to stick to like being able to like make these cheap meals, these inexpensive cheap meals, and hopefully you love them as much as I do and Peter does. All right, now we're going to take our rice, and we're just going to add the rice right into this. You can see that you have enough to feed an army. We're going to take probably about half of this, so about half a cup of the rice, not the whole cup, about a half a cup, all right? Okay, so there we go. So you have like a half a cup of rice incorporated into this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more salsa, just because I like to. I didn't add really a whole half a cup. We're going to put a little bit more salsa, just to get a little bit more moisture into this, so it's nice and juicy. So, there we go. So if you say you have the jar here, okay, the jar is, I don't know, maybe it's 15 ounces. So you want to use at least half of it. So you're going to use about 7.5 ounces of salsa. All right. Now, here's where it really gets. We're going to get crazy. We're going to turn on my little grill pan over here, and this little grill pan is going to do a magic thing and take these plain, simple flour tortillas, which you could serve it like this if you wanted. If you were in a real rush, you didn't want to take time and do this, you could. You could just take your crab roll up and put it right in here. Roll it up. You're going to roll it nice and tightly, and then you'd serve it like that. And you can cut it if, like I said, for Rose, you're doing a party and you want a little appetizer, you could do it like that. However, for today, we're going to grill them. Why? It's fun and it looks cool. All right. Now we're going to take our cheese, last minute, easy peasy, while this is heating up. Because now I have this heating up. And I'm going to make that kind of super hot, so we can just put those in there with a little olive oil. You're going to take, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take the olive oil, douse it in here a little bit, and you're going to brush that around the pan, like that. Well, before, obviously you don't want to burn your hands. Okay, that was pretty brilliant, right? You want to just brush it around really quick with your hand, like that, before it gets hot. Because if you do it after, God knows you know what's going to happen. You'll be losing a lot of vitamin E oil on your fingers. And blame me. And here we are. This is how it looks, guys. Alright. Now we're mixing it all up, and you can see you have your rice, your crab meat, your salsa, and truthfully, this looks beautiful. And you probably, truthfully, can make with this, I can't even imagine how many crab roll-ups you can make. A little sea and sand never hurt anybody. Especially when you add all those extra components into it. It makes it totally delicious, totally viva la Mexico. And if you want and really add some nutrition, you can put peas into it. You can add corn, which is definitely a Mexican favorite. Corn is fantastic to add to any Mexican dish. It makes it like extra super special. Or the ultimate best, you can add corn and cilantro. So, okay. All right, friends, here we go. We're going to take our flour tortilla, drop it right in there. It's going, I don't think you can hear it, but I can. You can hear that? It's sizzling up. Okay, cool. All right, you're going to look at that. It's going to take probably about 30, 40 seconds, not even, to get that thing going. You got to be careful and watch them carefully while they're sizzling. This we're going to still have on, and now we're going to add the cheese. We're going to add that half a cup of cheese right to the top. This is the only fat. You know, that half a cup of cheese. So basically, wow, there goes another piece. Everything in here is pretty much fat-free. The extra virgin olive oil, as you know, is a good fat, not a bad one. And the crab meat blend, I checked that out as well. Not bad at all. And when you're mixing it, you don't want to mix it a lot. Because of the cheese, you want to just like, it's a very light toss, basically. Okay? Not too much on the stirring. Okay? There we are. All right, now we're going to turn this up. And there you go, guys. So you can see that nice grilling on that tortilla? That makes it so delicious, so good. For those of you that are not watching your cholesterol and your diet and your weight, hey, have a good time and add as much as you want. One done, next one in. And that's how simple and easy peasy that is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. You got your flour tortilla. You got your Mexican ole, crabarola, supreme, and we're just going to take this and take it and put it right inside of our, we're going to take this, we're going to turn this, oh, perfect. It's called multitasking in the kitchen. Oh my goodness, how much fun that is. And if you don't, you burn it, and then people are not really happy campers with you. Nor are you guys. There we go. Peter doesn't like them rolled up too heavy. You can roll them, we'll shut this off too. You can roll them to any thickness you like. This one I went a little heavy duty on. Now, if Rose is making her appetizers for the Super Bowl, you'll take it and you're going to make it a lot thinner, probably put half the amount on there. And we're going to take this one out. Okay. And then we're going to drop in our next one. Lower the heat a little bit on that. I'm going to take this. If you want extra cheese or salsa, feel free and put it on there. For now, we're just going to take this. We're going to roll this up. Perfect. We're going to get our next one here. And we're going to take our blend. We're going to take this one, drop it around. We're going to take this. We're going to put it. And if you don't have a grill pan, I'm sure everybody pretty much has a grill pan in their house. But if you don't have a grill pan, it's not necessary, like I said. You don't have to do it like that. And you're going to take this, and you are going to roll this up. Roll it up. Roll them up, doggies. There we are. You have two beautiful tortillas. So here we have it. And then, of course, you have as many as you want. You can keep making these till the cows come home. Or the burro, whichever you prefer. Anyway, it's a simple, easy dish, and I calculated, like I said, this cost $5.20, and that was including the flour tortillas, the half package. If you add in the other 4, which would make 8 whole ones like this, and I'm going to show Rose, my friend Rose, that wants little tips. You have your nice tortilla here. You just take this Rosie Bows, you cut it in pieces, and voila, voila. You have, for your guest, beautiful, throw a little cilantro on the top of this. You have your little appetizers that'll definitely make your guests be like, wow, Rosie, where did you get that recipe? I do not believe it, I love it. So, enjoy. I hope you had a good time. I know I certainly did, and this is a great recipe, and you're going to find it's going to be inexpensive, and your family's going to absolutely love it. So when you have this hankering for something delicious and Mexican and comforting, right here. Real food, real savings with crab roll-ups. Thanks again for visiting. I hope you guys stop in again real soon, and we're going to make another really great meal. Thank you. God bless. Be well.